What's up, everybody? How everyone doing today? I hope y'all having a good weekend. I'm looking forward to a Monday for Memorial Day. Breaking news: Kamala Harris has threatened Trump's life, saying he'll need armed security guards by the time I get done with him. Now, if y'all haven't remember lately, a lot of people have threatened to kill Trump, and a lot of them got locked up. One guy came close to trying to kill Trump, and look where he's at. He's 6 feet under. Another one tried to kill Trump. He's in jail. Another lady who tried to kill Trump some weeks ago drove from her home state all the way to where Trump was at, threatened to kill him. And everything. And it just goes to show you, it really does, that these Democrats are vile, disgusting individuals. I mean, truly disgusting individuals. Threatened to kill Trump. All because of what? He got rid of y'all. I mean, seriously. You want to kill a man who's trying to make this country great again. All because he what? Took away your protection? You're not a president. Okay, I don't know why you need armed guards. Nobody's gonna kill you. Because you're a fucking joke, Kamala Harris. Plain and simple. I mean, you're a joke. A real joke. I mean, you're a joke. I mean, right here. Kamala Harris on sex charges for inmates. I will follow the law. Kick that fucking door down. Kamala Harris allows young people and Amish Americans. What the hell are you trying to say, Kamala Harris? I mean, really. Here's a song I think all of us can relate to. Yeah, sum up what we think about you, Kamala Harris, and your security guard team.
Place where your dreams come true, we don't care about your race. Someone tell Kamala Harris not that smile off her face. And what the fuck she done for the United States? What's up? Fuck Kamala Harris. Fuck Kamala Harris. What she do the last 4 years? This bitch should be embarrassed. Fuck Kamala Harris. Fuck Kamala Harris. Let the
That's what I think about you, Kamala Harris, and that's what all American people think about you and the Democrat Party. Fuck you. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here. Let's get back to the video. Because if this is true and she did threaten to kill Trump, it's because he took away her Secret Service plan when she really don't need no Secret Service. Because it's costing taxpayers money. It's not coming out of her paycheck or anything. It's coming out of American people paychecks. And a lot of people don't get that. A lot of these Democrat-loving idiots don't understand that it's your money paying for her Secret Service. It's coming out of our taxpayers' money. But y'all don't get that. All y'all who voted Democrats, y'all don't get that. Understand? I really don't care. Because y'all blind like sheep and follow them like sheep in there. So, yeah. I know a lot of people ain't gonna like me talking shit about them for voting for Democrats, but come on now, people. I talk shit about those Republicans voting for Donald Trump. So now for shoe fits, wear it. Get to it, shall we?
What's up, the squad? Back with another video. I seen the titles going out. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Please, y'all see it right here. President Trump has revoked Kamala Harris's Secret Service protection. Asking, are you okay with this decision? Me personally, I am. I'm not even. I think, and if I do this, it's literally a vapor inhaler. Thing about it, I've been sick for the past few days. If y'all been seeing me posting, chopping up a little bit, you know, posting this day, not posting this. I've just been sick. One thing about it, I do support it. I don't see why, you know.
What hurt your knees?
A lot of action. I feel like so many people have forgotten about Kamala Harris. Me personally. This post by Benny Johnson said President Trump has canceled Kamala Harris' Secret Service protection. Everybody is pretty much talking about it nonstop. Literally, this is a post here saying, and I'll read it. I can actually read it from Benny's post. Said Harris, as a former vice president, received 6 months of protection after leaving office, according to federal law. That period ended July 21st. If I'm not mistaken, not the smartest man, but it's August 29th. However, her protection has been extended for an additional year via a directive not made public until now, signed by then President Joe Biden, shortly before leaving office, according to multiple people familiar with this undisclosed arrangement. So a lot of it here, people are you know, pretty outraged about it, but also not so much. You know, I'm not even gonna lie, because Trump always makes things happen. I'm not even gonna lie. Says Kamala had her Secret Service protection canceled by President Trump on Thursday. Y'all see here. Says good, having her escorted to go shopping at fancy stores had been a waste of our tax dollars. Joe Biden has secretly extended her Secret Service for a year. Trump ended that. Kamala's Secret Service stops September 1st. So that will be when it stops. She has a whole, as y'all can see, a Secret Service detail, police escorts, the whole nine, just for her to go to the store, go to restaurants and stuff like that. Me personally, if you want, just, and I feel like it's the same thing. Like when it and I know Michelle Obama obviously wasn't a vice president or nothing, but I feel like it's the same thing, you know, in that way. You got Michelle Obama, and she's like, I walk in the store and people are looking at their phones. They don't even know it's me. I feel like it'd be the same thing for Kamala. Like, I'm not even joking. I feel like it'd be the same thing for Kamala Harris. I feel like if Kamala Harris walks in the store, and I'm not talking about, like, I feel like even if she do, like, wear those little suit jackets or whatever like that, I feel like people wouldn't, like, you know what I mean? I don't want to knock nobody down, but I just feel like it's just one of those things. I feel like when you sit there and you have police escorts, you have Secret Service, this, that, and other, you bring that attention so then people want to see who you are. I feel like it's just one of those things. I guarantee you, take $2,000 out of your, I know a lot of y'all not going to do this, obviously, but like if you was to take $2,000 out of your check, pay $200 for like, what, 4 or 5 guys with suit jackets, and buy a couple big SUVs, and you put on something nice, and you go to Ruth Chris, or you go to Walmart. It don't matter. Somewhere with a big, you know, group of people. You go to the mall or something, and you pull up with 2 SUVs, a couple guys. This can be random people, yo. And you dressing nice. Guarantee people gonna try to figure you out. But I guarantee if you hop in one of your little SUVs, you hop in your little car or something, and you go by yourself, people ain't gonna be trying to figure out. That's all Kamala got. Like, I feel like it's very unnecessary, is what I'm trying to say. It's very unnecessary. You actually put that in perspective. Now, I can see it. Now, you go, you know, bigger, you know, people, then that'd be something. We talking about Kamala Harris, bro. She go by herself somewhere, bro. Like, she will be fine. Even if she has just one security guard or something, she'll be fine. This is a former Secret Service agent. I do apologize. Y'all see this video skip a little bit because I had to edit it out. I literally had like a cough attack. I'm not even gonna lie. I was speaking too much. You know when you gotta, coming off being sick, your throat is a little raspy, I had to look off that. But this is a former Secret Service agent. Check out what he says about the situation.
And let's move on to this very important topic here at the top of the hour. Joining us now to discuss former Secret Service agent Bill Gage. Bill, thank you so much for being with us here. Big news today, of course, as we heard about former Vice President Harris and her Secret Service detail. Do you think this is exactly what should have happened, or do you think it is dangerous?
Well, I really appreciate the White House, the report there from the White House, and I hate to burst any conspiracy theory bubbles that are probably all over the internet, but she's exactly right. The Secret Service, in conjunction with the Department of Homeland Security, has made this determination that the threat level is relatively low. They've monitored these threats daily, hourly. They've been monitoring them since she left the White House, and there was a determination made that the threat level is low, or if not non-existent. You can never say non-existent, but the threat level is low, and so they made the determination to discontinue her protection detail. The Secret Service has the best psychologist in the world for threat assessments, for behavioral threat assessments. They do the best protective intelligence in the world. So all of that combined, they made an assessment and then on a professional judgment that she didn't need protection any longer.
Well, Bill, I want to point out that after 6 months, technically the vice president or the former vice president loses their Secret Service protection. I know she's going on a book tour and she's going to be exposed and all around the country. Well, I mean, that's the life that was chosen by Kamala Harris. If she wants to be protected, could she not just go out and hire some private security?
Exactly.
She absolutely could. The level, obtaining that sort of protection at the level the Secret Service provides from a private vendor is very, very expensive. There's been a lot of open source media reporting on what Zuckerberg and Elon Musk spend on their private security. It can run into tens of millions of dollars every year. So she absolutely could go out and purchase that. And, I also want to point out that there were times when I was a Secret Service agent that former members of the government that had protection at one time, they're being increased threat level, or they would go on a book tour, or they would travel overseas and they would get a Secret Service protection for a short amount of time there, a short window. So it's always possible that they could ramp her protection back up. And just to touch something else that the reporter said there from the White House, the Secret Service is extremely busy. They're stretched thin. They're protecting more people now than they ever have before. You're probably talking 75 to 100, maybe more agents on her detail. So this will free up agents to actually be reassigned to Trump. We just saw the active shooter, unfortunately, in Minnesota. He had Trump's name written on some of his weapons and ammunition. So, the threat level on Trump has never been higher. I've said this before in other outlets. He's the most threatened president probably in American history. So this is a chance for them to reassign agents to other areas where the threat level's higher.
Yeah, Bill, basically taking those all-important resources and assigning them where they are most needed at this time. Again, a matter of national security and threat level. We appreciate your insight. Thanks for being with us. See you again soon.
I'm telling y'all, there's right there. She could hire private security. Not even gonna lie, but 75 to 100 agents, Secret Service detail is pretty intense. I'm not even gonna lie. Y'all do have a lot of lists, man. I'm not even gonna lie. That little bit on down over Kamala Harris, Secret Service protection being revoked. Saying that Trump is being petty and has to put the former VP at a serious. It has put the former VP at a serious risk because Republicans supposedly are crazy, which is pretty crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. Check what they have to say.
No, because the Secret Service works for weeks on these things. The security apparatus is planned for a very long time, so they weren't prepared for it. But it's also a piece of how Donald Trump works, right? Because it is retributive, right? It's not just, we want to save money on the Secret Service, or, this is weird. They do it because, some of the Harris folks said because of distractions from all of the things that are swirling around, and two, just because he doesn't like Vice President Kamala Harris. At the end of the day, that is what I heard over and over and over again.
Because he doesn't like Kamala Harris. Her Secret Service detail was supposed to be over. I'm pretty sure I said July 21st, right? It's now the end of office, bro. Let's be real. She had it this long. Be real, bro. This, now they're pushing it to where, Donald Trump doesn't. Even if he did, he did. It doesn't matter. It's supposed to end at this time.
It speaks to how Donald Trump operates. He used the government to deal with his own personal animosity with people.
And then, of course, we saw the FBI raiding John Bolton's house. We have no idea whether one thing leads to another thing, but...
And that's, of course, much more serious. Because that is the use of the judicial system
perhaps against someone who has been critical of him. I mean, that is when you talk about the thing with the Kamala Harris not impressed him.
What does that got to do with the price of tea and tiny? Like, I honestly, I do not know. Like, this is beyond me. Like, when they do stuff like this, they take one thing and then they'll turn it into this. What did voting have to do with him taking the seat? Man, I'm telling y'all, man, they'll flip everything and make everything out to be. This is completely insane, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love to everybody. I'm so glad President Trump did what he did. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Definitely appreciate y'all.